It's a warm welcome to your viewers as we meet on this week's episode of Crime Watch, a program brought to you by your police service, the Zimbabwe Republic Police. I'm your host, Tendekai Dandarasi. It's good to have you along. The Zimbabwe Republic Police reminds members of the public to continue to strictly adhere to national lockdown regulations. We also encourage you to cooperate with law enforcers while carrying out their constitutional mandates of maintaining law and order. A number of people have been apprehended for flouting COVID-19 regulations, such as gatherings of more than 50 people at parties and funerals. The Zimbabwe Republic Police would like to take this opportunity to also warn bars and nightclub operators who are opening their business establishments in direct contravention of national lockdown regulations that they will be arrested. In light of government effort to curb spread of the highly infectious coronavirus, police will not take such breaches of law lightly. As a result of this, police arrested a total of 2,362 people on the 12th of April 2021, bringing the total cumulative figure of arrests to 584,580. Of these, 1,636 were arrested for failure to wear a face mask, while 18 were arrested for opening business establishments during national lockdown, except those exempted. Let us join hands in fighting the spread of COVID-19. Moving on, motorists are warned to be wary of robbers who take advantage of stationary or slow-moving vehicles, especially during the night at controlled intersections. One unfortunate motorist was attacked by robbers at corner King George Road and Lomagundi Road in Harare.
I had given the car to my friend who had hired it to carry his guests from airport to their designated hotels. So the incident happened at by the traffic lights, that's Lomagundi and King George, where he got there and there was a bit of a traffic jam. So he slowed. The time he opened the driver's window, that's when the gun was pointed on his head. And he was taken off the driver's seat and he was thrown to the boot. They asked for money. So he only had $60 in his pocket and he told them, I don't have money. He said that other guy shouted and said, shoot him. He was tied, his hands and his legs. And then later on, they threw him in Hatfield along close to Arlington. That's when the night security team had, and they managed to help him, untie him, and they took him to Hatfield police station where he reported the case. So I got a call from an informer who stays in Ashton Park and said, no, I just saw your car. It has been 2 days now. I've been seeing your car. We called the VTA Southerton team to inform them that the car has been found, and they actually they told me to actually come here at Avondale to get the police team so that we can go there. We managed to go there and we got there and the car was there. I just want to thank the ZRP, Zimbabwe Republic Police, with the job they're doing, even the VTS, TS guys, Southerton, the job they're doing.
We teamed up and went where the vehicle was said to be dumped and we found it. We then brought it to Avondale police station. As of now, we are doing the paperwork so that we hand over the vehicle to the owner. Looking at this case, which occurred at around 2100 hours, we urge members of the public, where possible, to minimize night journeys. It is also important for members of the public to make sure that their doors are always locked so that robbers cannot have easy access to the motor vehicle when they are traveling.
Meanwhile, we can confirm that police apprehended Yebet Shakanyuka of house number 930 Mount Pleasant Heights, Harare, who committed a hit-and-run accident at Corner Liberation Legacy, formerly Borodo Road, and Harare Drive in Harare on the 28th of March 2021 at around 800 hours. The accused hit a young girl, Michelle Kafumo, aged 7 years, while driving a Nissan Hardbody, blue in color, registration number ABW 0416, and did not stop. The victim sustained bruises on the left leg and hand as well as a swollen left eye. Accused was arraigned before Rotendro Magistrate Court, where he was found guilty for failure to stop after an accident, failure to render assistance, as well as negligent driving. Motorists are reminded to report any accident that they are involved in at any nearest police station within 24 hours. In light of robbery reports received by police lately, Crime Watch spoke to CID Provincial Relations Liaison Officer, Detective Inspector Portia Chino.
The Zimbabwe Public Police is investigating several cases of robbery. We would like to take this opportunity to conscientize members of the public on robbery cases. We received a case which occurred in Alabama mine in Kadoma, where about 10 accused persons pounced at Alabama mine. The accused persons tied the 5 complainants who were guarding the mine and demanded valuables. They went on to take about 200 kgs of pregnant gold. They loaded it into one of the complainants' cars and went away. The car was later recovered whilst dumped. The Zimbabwe Republic Police would like to continue urging members of the public to be vigilant at all times and be aware of these robbers and exercise extreme caution wherever they are. These robbers are targeting miners, shops, residential places, as well as business premises.
Illicit drug dealings can best be curbed through collective responsibility. We also spoke to Detective Inspector Portia Chino on the importance of police-public partnerships in ending this cancer.
The Zimbabwe Republic Police is carrying out operations and raids targeting drug peddlers. I would like to thank members of the public for their supply of credible information. We continue to call upon members of the public to give us more information regardless of the stature of the persons involved in this drug peddling. We would like to assure members of the public that they will remain anonymous. They can use our open lines of communication, that is our WhatsApp platform, our Facebook page, as well as our hotlines.
Crime Watch takes a short break. Join us shortly. Welcome to the second segment of Crime Watch. Fraudsters are fleecing members of the public of their hard-earned cash using various social media platforms. This week, we spoke to Detective Sergeant Wellington Makasi to enlighten Zimbabweans to guard against such criminals.
The uptake of mobile broadband has increased the uptake of the use of social media platforms such as WhatsApp and Telegram. WhatsApp accounts are being compromised by techno-savvy criminals who are harvesting monies that they did not work for through the criminal enterprise. The criminals actually replace SIM cards in respect of registered mobile subscribers. And once they do it, they attempt to register the WhatsApp account in respect of the registered mobile subscriber. Once they do it, and as per tradition, the WhatsApp groups would resurface. Once they get into the WhatsApp groups, they would entice fellow participants, be it on the pretext that there is someone who is offering US dollars at a very lucrative rate, or that they've encountered a very serious problem that they need to attend to urgently. Once they have convinced their potential victim, they make them to deposit money into fraudulently registered mobile wallets or even bank accounts. And that will be the end of the road. We encourage the public to make sure that whenever they receive requests for money via WhatsApp, they should endeavor to make sure that they verify the authenticity of such requests through another means. Like, for instance, you can actually call the person or even text him or her. We also encourage the public to activate the second step verification or authentication, whereby the one-time password is sent to our emails by the service provider. We also appeal to the service providers in the mobile telecommunications who offer mobile money wallets to make sure that they constantly educate their staffers on due diligence that they can practice in the event that they are approached by people who intend to make, be they SIM replacements or PIN resets.
In our previous episode, we featured a story where some criminals were captured on a closed-circuit television, CCTV, stealing some property at a residential place in Damafos area. Police can confirm that, through assistance from some members of the public, some of the criminals spotted in that CCTV footage have been apprehended by the police. Let us get more from Detective Inspector Severino Mashiri, Officer in Charge Crime, CID Highlands.
Following a tip-off through social media of a case of unlawful entry and theft that occurred in Damafos, Rua, detectives received information that led to the apprehension of accused number 1, Carrington Kashesha, aged 41 years. Further investigations led to the arrest of the second accused person, Tongai Brighton Tsuro, aged 43 years. These two accused persons assisted the detectives in recovering some of the property which they stole. We recovered 4 plasma television sets and seized a Mazda B1800, white in color, which they were using to commit these offenses. Meanwhile, we have 3 suspects who are still at large in connection with these cases. The first accused is Nazarius Joseph Gumini. The second one is only known as Kapondoro, while the other one is also known as Sydney. We are appealing for information that can lead to the arrest of these 3 suspects. Anyone with such information can contact the nearest police station.
I happen to be one of the complainants in the case which maybe 1 week ago went viral in connection with some TVs which were stolen by marauding robbers. I'm the one who had installed the CCTV, and the robbers, with the help of the police, I want to thank the Zimbabwe Republic Police for having apprehended 2 at the moment. There is one issue that is gone on the negative anyway, so which I want to clear now. Somebody mistakenly wrote my name as one of the robbers. My name is Kudakwa Chivaranga. I'm actually the complainant, not one of the robbers. I would like to encourage other Zimbabweans, funds permitting, to install CCTVs in their homes or business premises, because it helps the Zimbabwe Republic Police to identify and apprehend offenders.
About a fortnight ago, the social media platforms were awash with a story involving the murder of a 60-year-old man in Chiredzi. We visited Chiredzi to find out more on this sad story.
He was a member of the police constabulary under ZRP Chiredzi. He was also offering security duties right here at this place where they keep plastic containers for recycling. Little did he know that this was going to be his place of death. Just last month, you could have heard of a 24-year-old Chiredzi man who brutally killed a 60-year-old man in a merciless and savagely cruel murder act, where he went on to behead his victim and even cut some of the other parts of the body. As Crime Watch, we visited ZRP Chiredzi to find out more on this story that left the whole country tongue-tied.
Behind me, this is the scene where Lazawa Salan was murdered. And at that point, where there are some ashes, this is where the body of the deceased was then burnt by the alleged suspect. After receiving the report, we then came to attend the murder case together with CID Chiredzi. Upon our arrival, we discovered that the body of the deceased was on the fire. We extinguished the fire, we retrieved the body. We then commenced our investigations, and there was a suspect who was being alleged to have committed the offense by the name Willard Simango. We had torrid time or had time to arrest the accused person, but we were then assisted by ZRP Sumbanje, who then managed to arrest the accused and brought the accused to Chiredzi and was taken to court and was remanded in custody.
So police in Chiredzi took this crime watch crew to the very place where the murderer hid the head of his victim. Check this out.
Tiri kuenderera mberi neongororo yedu tichibva kwanga kwaurayirwa mufiu tichiuya kwataifungidzira kuti ndo kunogara mhondi iyi. Takazosvika pachimba pano apo takaona kuti ndo paigara mhondi inoyi. Tasvika pano apo ndipo takaona paine trousers raiva ramufi rairatidza kuti rine ropa. Tikaona zvakare bhande rake raisunga. Ndipo tanga kutsvaga kuti pangava pamwe here paakaviga zvinhu zvaiva zvemufi. Saka takatanga kuita tsvagurudzo tiri panapa. Tiri mukati metsvagurudzo ine matikitivha takazoona musoro pano pachiratidza kuti chizenga takakwidibira apa. Tikavhukunura ipapa tikazoona kuti maiva nemusoro wemunhu wanga wakaiswa muplastic, wakaiswa muchisaga zvakare, wakafukidzwa nechizenge ichi.
We had the opportunity to speak to Special Salani, son to the deceased. Grief and sorrow was written all over his face.
Ndakatambira message kubva kuna mai mapa vachiti kubasa kwa baba vako kunenge kusinamira zvakanaka. Ndasvika ipapo ndichingosvika ndingoburuka motikari ndakatambirwa na Samson Gundani akati muzukuru inde apo ndoonawo zvakaitika pamabheru pababa wako apo. Ndasvika papa ndokuona patori neropa pasi pakatodirwa mavhu. Ndikashamisika kuti kuchii akati tarisa pamoto zvapo wendipe chiri kuitika pamoto apapo panapa pasi pesu moto panapa for sure nditarisa pamoto kudai so tatoona kitasinge ndakatofunga kuti imombe reka ndichii tarisa dai nona mbabvu akambodza angoti taritari apa munhu akagurika mavoko munomu akati anosakatanga kuti munhu akatofayo mushure mechitika icho ndakatanga kushushikana ndakatanga kurangarira mai vanga vatisiya futi padhuze apa ndikatanga kuti hey zvazvaita futi kudai so izvi shuwa ichokwadi here kandi hachisiri chokwadi ichi. Patakazoenda kunzvimbo yatakaenda patakandosangana nemusoro wababa vedu wakafutsirwa pasi. Ndichitarisa uso hwavo ndikazwa kuti ava ndi baba vangu ava. Izvi zvipfeko zvavo zvanditoziva izvi. Ndakawa kubatikana zvokuti ndakatoonasa kuti tatogumirwa neupenyu isusu hapasina chatingakwanisa tiite.
During the course of our investigations, we also established that the accused person had a habit of taking in hard drugs, that is mbanje, crystal meth, also known as mtoriro. And after taking the hard drugs, the accused person would act as a mad person, hence committing crimes.
In some of our previous episodes, we have bemoaned the abuse of drugs, as most youths commit crimes under the influence of dangerous drugs. Said indeed that a father, a grandfather, a brother to someone dying in such a cruel and painful manner. On that very sad note, join us in the third and final segment.
Welcome back. On this week's road safety issues, let us join Mr. Ernest Muchena of the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe to find out what he has in store for us.
In this episode, we continue to look at SADC signs, which are found in Statutory Instrument 41 of 2016. Next to me is a no hitchhiking sign, which is almost similar to the no stopping sign that was in the previously gazetted road signs. The sign that is next to me is pictorial and does not have any words and can be interpreted by any driver who may be coming from any non-English speaking SADC country or any other part of the world. This no hitchhiking sign, gazetted as R207, prohibits the picking and dropping of passengers within 500 meters on each side of this sign. It also indicates to people that they should not wave down lifts. The idea behind such a sign is to make sure that vehicles do not stop, and it is serving the purpose of the old no stopping sign. The Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe and the Zimbabwe Republic Police are also worried about vandalism of road signs by certain individuals. We have noted with concern that there are some people who are removing signs. Section 49, subsection 1 and 2 of SI 41 of 2016 makes it an offense to remove, to damage or obstruct any sign that is found on Zimbabwean roads. The penalty for such an offense is a fine which is up to level 5 or imprisonment of up to 6 months, or both such fine and such imprisonment. We would like to warn members of the public to ensure that they do not display any notices that will obstruct the signs that have been placed to ensure that we have a smooth flow of traffic on the roads and to ensure that we prevent road traffic accidents. We would like to appeal to our viewers to ensure that they grab a copy of SI 41 of 2016 so that they fully understand the road signs as we move towards 31 December 2025, when all the old signs will be replaced by the new SADC signs, which are uniform and have got the same interpretation in the region.
Before we come to the end of this week's episode, here are some of the people on the police wanted list. Once more Chiwota, aged 24, and Kumbere Chiwota, aged 27, all of Makanga village, Chief Chivero Mondoro, are wanted for a murder case which occurred at Makanga village, Chief Chivero Mondoro, on the 20th of March 2021. Criminal Investigations Department in Mutare is looking for Tawanda Mukwecheni of house number 3947 3rd Street, Zivarasekwa, Harare, for kidnapping. Lastly, Brian Sibanda of Village 3, Masikili, Chief Shana Jambes, is wanted by ZRP Jambes for having sexual intercourse with a minor. Anyone with information that may help the police in locating these people can contact NNA's police station or contact us on the following details. Our National Complaints Desk number is 0242 703 631. The website address is www.zrp.gov.zw. Our email address feedback@zrp.gov.zw. We also have a Twitter handle @PoliceZimbabwe and a Facebook page Zimbabwe Republic Police. To those who may have missed any of our programs, do not despair. You can watch any of our episodes on our ZRP YouTube channel, Zimbabwe Republic Police. It has been a pleasure having you along. As the Zimbabwe Republic Police, we urge you to sanitize regularly, wear your face mask, and maintain social distancing at all times to curb the spread of COVID-19. From the crew behind the scenes and I, happy Independence Day, Zimbabwe.